Earlier this year, NIO started going parabolic. It created a name for itself and quite the reputation, and it became a household name for most traders and investors. Now, we've got a major catalyst right around the corner, and you've got people that are fearful and talking about selling into the catalyst or right before the catalyst because they don't know what's going to happen. Now, uncertainty does introduce fear into the market. That's understandable, but is it warranted? Is it justified? Should you guys be afraid to hold your NIO shares through this event or going into this event? Or do you need to sell? In this video, we're going to be answering that question. We're also going to be taking a look at some very good news and a few catalysts that may put a smile on your face if you've been stressing out over holding NIO. So don't go anywhere because you're going to want to hear this, and we're going to be starting right now. Hey, what's going on? It's Pat from Top Ticker Trades. If you're new here and you want to learn how to use stocks and options to make your portfolio go parabolic, make sure you start now by subscribing and tapping that bell so you never miss an upload. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. Today we're talking about NIO stock, and I'm so excited and glad to be talking to you today about NIO because we've got some big things coming up. We've got a huge catalyst right around the corner, and I think you're gonna like what I got for you. I want to get right into it, ladies and gentlemen, but before I do, I would like to ask you to please consider giving this video an early thumbs up, as it greatly, and I can't stress that enough, helps to support this channel. I put a lot of time and effort into each video so that we could all make money from the market together. And if you're not part of the family yet, I want you to join my family. We're growing fast, both as a community and financially by the day. All you have to do is hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to tap that bell so you have access to videos as soon as they come out. Let's get right into it though. So we got delivery numbers from NIO just the other day, and these were absolutely incredible. Essentially, NIO's deliveries doubled from a year ago to 43,728 vehicles. So for anyone not familiar with NIO, they went public around September of 2018, and a year later were in some serious financial trouble, almost didn't make it. But then out of nowhere, while China was dealing with the pandemic, they were able to secure $1 billion from the Chinese government. Then around August, their CEO announced that NIO would resume expansion plans in the second half of 2021, beginning in Europe. And from there, we've seen a steady increase in deliveries for 5 months straight now, which has been absolutely great. Now, NIO's average price target based on analysts is $50.30. There's currently 8 buy ratings and 4 holds. The company is up a total of 1,112% for 2020, and Deutsche Bank analyst Edison Yu, of course, is very bullish on the company. And the reason that I'm bringing him up is because I'm about to reference some of the stuff that he was saying, but basically, they've got a big catalyst around the corner, as I mentioned earlier, and I'm sure that just about everybody that's listening or watching right now knows that what I'm referring to here is NIO Day. So this is going to take place on January 9th, and it'll be the 4th time that NIO has hosted NIO Day in the history of their existence. So this will be hosted in Chengdu, China, and NIO is expected to introduce its first sedan, because up until now, or up until the actual NIO Day, they've been pretty much producing SUVs. So this analyst Yu expects this new sedan to be built on NIO's next generation NP2 platform, and this would make it the first vehicle built on the platform. But based on information that we've received or seen in reports, the new model will be called the XPEV, and analyst Yu is expecting a Eurocentric styling with a sporty front grille, also a long wheelbase, fast acceleration, and 0 to 400 miles. So production of NIO's new sedan will begin either in the 4th quarter of this year or early on in 2022. So this sedan isn't the only thing that's being introduced on NIO Day though. NIO is also expected to reveal its new autonomous driving platform which goes by the name NT 2.0. The platform will boast LiDAR sensors and feature NIO's internally developed vision software. Introducing this platform likely means that NIO is wanting to pivot away from Mobileye. This platform is a huge deal, and it enables level 4 autonomy in 2022 and will of course come with 5G and V2X communication capabilities. And last but not least, NIO will also be presenting its new battery swapping technology, which is expected to be faster and cheaper than the current station. And if you guys will recall the last video that I did, I mentioned the 150 kilowatt hour battery pack. At this time it was just a rumor. It was actually right around the time that they released the 100 kilowatt hour battery pack, but right now it's expected to be released or revealed at this NIO Day event, so be on the lookout for that. That's going to be really good news. It's going to extend the range of these vehicles, which is going to be awesome. But all of this sounds like some really great, solid news to me. Even though this is all good news, make sure that you guys don't go all in on this event because it could be very, very risky. So I am going to touch on that a little bit, but first I want to point out a new trend in China that's really taken off right now and allowing China to really capitalize on their booming EV sector in areas where they would have been lacking right now. So what is this trend that I'm talking about? Well, it would appear that EV companies are becoming an important new tenant for shopping malls, which in turn offers relief to China's commercial property developers who are still reeling from the shock of the Roni pandemic. The vacancy rate for premium retail properties in Beijing was little change in Q3 and sat at about 8.7%, and the vacancy rate was even higher at 13.9% for the city's grade A office space. Now, there's a solution for it all, and that's what we're going to talk about right now. Electric vehicle makers in China want to attract the crowds of younger people who shop at malls rather than opening standalone stores. These companies can spend roughly twice per square meter compared with what a name brand apparel chain might. One Chinese electric car brand plans to open 400 stores in 20 Chinese cities next year. The confidence of these electric automakers is obviously increasing. The brands are signing longer leases of 1 year with the option to extend for another year. That's up from just a 12-month term previously. After a prolonged slump in the auto market, the concerns about the viability of electric vehicle startups, many of the automakers have seen deliveries surge in the last several months. In addition, startups Xpeng and Li Auto raised well over $1 billion each in their US initial public offering this year, while NIO's shares soared about 1,000% in 2020. Some Chinese electric automakers have also tested the waters with pop-up stores. You probably don't need a full-blown 4S dealership because there's no service requirement and you only need a physical touch to make your decision. China's commercial property developers are turning to new clients to fill spaces many left empty as the shock of the pandemic hit businesses. In office towers, companies are renting desks and spreading out the locations from which employees work. The new rental trends reflect both a way of coping as well as new growth opportunities, as developers search for ways to differentiate themselves in a crowded market. Despite the demand for electric car companies, the vacancy rate for premium retail properties in Beijing was little changed at 8.7% in the third quarter, and for the city's grade A office space, the vacancy rate was even higher at 13.9%, which is similar to the prior quarter. In an environment that was already challenging before the pandemic, office towers are turning to partnerships and new leasing models. Most major developers or landlords are trying out flexible office spaces. Office units for 10 people or fewer are quite popular as small businesses begin to recover, but overall demand is still off peak levels prior to the pandemic. Here's another piece of news. Basically, we found out that the NICE won't delist Chinese firms despite President Trump's executive order. Now, this is huge news to me, or huge news for NIO, because it lets us know that these Chinese companies are not being threatened with a delisting anymore. It caused NIO to drop previously and kind of enter a consolidation phase, that along with being attacked by short sellers. But that piece of news right there, I believe, is going to change things for NIO, but how fast these things change is another question. So the main danger, the main risk that you're looking at when holding your shares through any type of events, but especially this NIO Day event, as it's very highly anticipated, is that whatever news that we get there is already priced into the share price. Now, we know that there's a problem with this because everywhere you look, there's people saying that the stock is overvalued. So we need something bigger than what we've already got. If we don't get something bigger, something that we don't know yet, then we may see a sell-off, because right now we're pretty much just seeing a pre-anticipatory run. And to be honest with you, the run is not as strong as I expected. Like I said, it's still in a consolidation phase and hasn't really quite broken out yet, so I don't know what to really expect from here, but I am going to be watching to see how everything plays out. While I have you here, I wanted to quickly tell you about the brand new First Trade app, available for mobile or PC. The platform will give you access to powerful and easy to use tools and allows you to trade with less restrictions, zero commissions, zero fees, and you can use the first link in the description below to download a free stock today without having to deposit any money. This will greatly help out the channel and is always appreciated. And now back to your regularly scheduled programming. Congrats, ladies and gentlemen, you've made it to the end of the video. If you like what you watched, make sure you subscribe, because I put out videos just like this one every single day. And please do me a favor and smash that like button if I helped you in any way, because it really goes a long way in helping the channel out and keeps me motivated to make videos every single day. Now, there's a lot of work involved, a lot of research, and a lot of time and effort into editing and putting these out daily for you guys. You can subscribe from your screen right now, or if you want to watch one of my other videos, I'm sure YouTube has some good content picked out for you on the left-hand side of your screen now. Thanks for sticking it out with me till the end, and I will see you guys in the next video.